Hi Earth Signs. We're going to be doing a general love reading for the Earth Signs today with the Llewellyn deck of cards. And as it's a general reading, it may not resonate for everyone. If it does for you, however, I will be doing an extended reading on the connection part of the reading. And you can find the information for that in the box below. All right, so let's get started. This will be your energy, Earth sign. And this is your person's energy. And this is the energy of the connection. All right. So let's take a look here. So I will be doing a lot of clarifying with the Llewellyn deck itself, and then I'll be using the Wisdom of Avalon to draw more cards from the universe. All right, so we've got the Lovers card showing up here. Let's see what that's all about. We've got the Knight of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So I see where, I see a relationship here that I can see you moving kind of steadily towards it. It seems like it's a very much, just going to draw another card on here and we got the Sun. Okay, I kind of feel like it looks like a very stable relationship. It looks like a relationship that's built on stability, on security, because we've got the King of Pentacles showing up here. And I think that's the nature of the relationship. But then we've got the Sun here, so I kind of feel like that may be a strong part of the relationship, but we've got the Sun showing up here too, so I think there's a lot of other things coming from the universe in terms of moving towards this relationship that will be clarifying and illuminating and truthful, and yeah, it looks like a really interesting combination between the Sun and the King of Pentacles here, but we'll see when we do a little more clarifying down here. We got the Six of Wands, so I kind of feel like there's a mutual recognition going on here from you. These are your cards. So I feel like you recognize that this is the path you want to take. This is the, where you want to go. There's a recognition going there. It's like, yes, I think this is the right path. But you've got the Tower on you now. And that may be why I saw kind of this, a little bit of a interesting interconnection between the Sun and the King of Pentacles in terms of the Lovers. So we got the Tower, and the Lovers can also mean choice, like it's making some kinds of decisions about where you're going to move towards a connection. So that's what I might be seeing there too. Anyway, then we've got the Six of Wands, as I said, the Tower, the Ten of Wands, and the Hermit card. So with the Tower on you right now, there's going to be shifting, changing perspectives, changing ideas. So it's a continuous kind of thing for a while anyway. So being on this path of recognition is going to be shifting, because and then you've got the transformation coming as well. So may not be exactly the time to get complete clarity because the Tower's here. But inevitably, the Tower is going to reveal clarity, okay? So maybe what you're thinking now could be shifted by what you might think when the Tower is no longer in your cards. Because this is all about trying to get to the source, trying to get to your truth, trying to find where you're going to be, where your the end of this part of your kind of this time in your life, or this journey in love is going to take you. Because that's kind of where you're looking for with the Ten of Wands. You're kind of looking for where, basically where can I put my burden? I know that's literal, and I don't like the word burden in there, but it's kind of like, where do you put who you've become today and all the work you've done, all the growth you've done, where does that now go, and where will it be residing next? And then lighting up the path to kind of get clarity to see where that's going to go. Then we've got the Magician showing up here, and we've got, which is transformation, and the Page of Wands, and the Three of Swords. So definitely at new beginnings with this transformation taking place, because don't forget we've got the tower and the transformation here happening. So they're a process and they're in process. And I think what you're doing is waiting to see what comes out of this, what comes out of this process. Because you've been hurt a lot, and although the pain is now not that prevalent on you, you've kind of put it behind you, and you're kind of looking at, yeah, I'd like, thinking and contemplating about moving into your emotional side again, which would lead you, as I get on this path, towards a lover's thing. But you're just thinking about it now and waiting to see what comes out of this transformation and this tower. Because the Queen of Pentacles shows me that you're still single here, doing a lot of internal work and making some moves towards working through some of the conflict within you and some of the things that are at war with each other inside you, okay? Because we've got the Temperance card. So it's a slow and patient exploration into kind of the deep resources or recesses of the soul and the energies that lie there, in your passion and your kind of soul energy. And as the Queen of Pentacles, I see you well prepared to do that. Now, this isn't a male or female card, but it is around love. It is around the feminine principle. So you seem okay with the masculine principle in terms of you seem clear on that that's what you want in a relationship and that's what you're moving towards. But it's the emotional right here that I think you're still exploring and waiting for this transformation to take place before you wander too far into that. Okay, then we've got the Chariot here. And that doesn't mean you haven't met somebody or somebody's not there, but I don't think that it's, a relationship yet. But we'll see. So we've got the Chariot showing up here. Now this is your person's cards. I've got the Nine of Cups. So I kind of feel like they're wanting to move towards their passion, wanting to move towards their kind of, and that may be you, wanting to move towards their heart's desire kind of thing. And as I say, that may be you because they're in a position now. Interesting. I'm going to take a look at that before I read it. Yeah, I kind of think that they want to share with somebody put together resources to then build kind of a place of commitment and a place where they, because they got a Chariot on them, so there's kind of movement going on there. And I feel like they're looking at you because they're your person, wanting to build what their heart's desire is, which is finding a partner to build this future with and future commitment with. Okay, then we got the Six of Swords here. So they're definitely going through the process of moving through any obstacles that are standing in their way of getting to this place, and moving through stuff because they've been through and they've built a lot already. So they're quite determined to get through the rest to build. They've got the Nine of Wands here. They've been through a lot in their life. It's got the Wounded Warrior. It's been a hard-fought battle for them. Out of it, they've kind of developed and grown, and they feel like they're kind of looking now a little skeptically as to, who are they and where's their future and what have they built, what have they learned. And so they've done the work of kind of building and getting through, but I'm not sure that they because they still are standing outside themselves, so I'm not sure they've moved into who they are yet, if that makes any sense. But they're looking at you as being their heart's desire and wanting to build this place, but I'm not sure they know exactly, who they are as having come out of all this. So it feels like they're still in process too, as I saw you in process. Then we've got the Two of Pentacles showing up, so really, and the Four of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So I think what's happened is there's been an awakening here, like a understanding that came, based on probably their own process, it's like, I need to, I need you to balance, I need you to be my balance, okay? And that's what the fourth cup comes down. So the fourth cup is like, bringing love into your life in a way. This is not clear here. Okay, we've got the two of cups here. So yes, so making some decisions, making some choices, balancing things out within them as to what they want and who they want, and where that might go. And then with the fourth cup is looking at it in a very realistic way. And the ideas that they're thinking about, as I say, is that, you know what, with you, the two of us could put our money together, say, and we could build this dream place for us. And then you're kind of hearing that from them, and you're moving towards something that with somebody, because you're looking for a place to kind of reside too, but you're still kind of looking at, yeah, but I want more, I want this emotional thing, so I'm going to kind of wait till this transformation is kind of over and this tower's over, and then I'm going to pay attention, I'm going to see, because I'm okay where I am now, and I'm doing a lot of inner work, so we'll see what comes out of that. Whereas I see with them that they're kind of ready to go. They feel like they're ready to, they're inspired, they're ready to go, they figured it out, and they feel like you complete them with this balance, and then together we can build this. So then you've got the Eight of Swords showing up here, and like I said, they're not gonna let obstacles get in their way, because they feel like they're heading towards this path where they feel safe, and they feel like they can flourish, and they can not be in kind of alone, and like having to defend themselves, having to look after themselves, having to fight those battles by themselves. And even though they're ready, so they're ready to move back into a relationship situation. Here's what I see. And the Chariot's there, so there's this kind of speeded up energy, passionate energy that's saying, this is my heart's desire, let's do this, let's build this together, okay? And then I see you kind of, we'll see what happens. All right, then we've got the connection here. So we've got the Page of Swords. So once again, waiting to see what happens, right? And where it might go. So you're communicating with each other. You're putting out what you want, they're putting out what they want, and they're communicating, but it's still waiting to see, okay, let's see where this goes, kind of thing. Then we've got the Empress and the Emperor showing up here. Well, that's interesting. And the Hangman. So kind of like, so new things are kind of being shown on a regular basis here, because you've got the Moon. So it's kind of like, as the Empress and the Emperor, there's a bit of polarization going, but it could be the balance card between the two, which is what this person senses in you, that you're the other yin-yang kind of thing. But the perspective is still kind of there, a new perspective coming through around what that means, because there's stuff still being revealed. Remember I said with you, you're going into your kind of deeper soul kind of energy that you've never explored before. It's like endless, right? So you've gone to a certain place, but now all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, there's much deeper stuff underneath this that I need to look at, and deeper under this that I need to look at. And that's what the Moon is showing up, is that it's taking those from the unknown and making them evident, right? Lighting them up, which is where I see the Sun maybe coming in there. So enlightenment is coming, which is shifting the perspective from the Emperor to the Empress, and the Empress back to the Emperor back to the Empress, the Empress back to the Emperor. So it's a combination of the divine feminine, the divine masculine, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then the perspective of putting this in some kind of perspective based on your inner kind of exploration there. And it's going, like I said, with Five of Wands, it's kind of a bit fluid right now in that it's not fixed. So it's still, the perspective is being explored back and forth, back and forth. And so and then there's the new Ace of Wands coming up, the new journey, and destiny, and like I said, the combination of the, so I do see a destiny coming out of this connection. because it is kind of a new path of this connection going on, towards combining the feminine and the masculine energies together, to do some healing on both of, the two of you, because you've got the Five of Pentacles showing up here. So kind of feeling like this connection and this opportunity is an opportunity to heal and to bring to us what we've always been looking for, as our destiny, and combine the divine masculine and divine feminine energies together. Then you've got the High Priestess here, and the Queen of Cups, and the Four of Swords. So the High Priestess is, on an intuitive level, I think one of you knows that you're ready for, the feminine energy is ready for connection and ready for marriage. But the other one, we've got the Four of Swords, is still kind of like processing and getting clear. Because, in the Four of Swords, we've got the Warrior kind of card here. I'll show it to you. Still reflecting, still, processing, still in the cold, still by themselves. Yeah, so there's a combination of the two of you here, and one of them, as I see ready for connection and marriage and love, and the other one's still going through some processing here to move towards this destiny. Okay, I hope that relates, or you can relate to that. I'm going to draw a card from the universe now, and we've got disruption. So I think that's the Tower, and as I said, the Magician. So things are still in process here, and even inevitably in the connection, I see the two of you coming from, kind of a different place, and there's still process going here, and intuitively kind of recognizing that. So the disruption card, and then wrong cards. And then we've got the Lady of the Lake, which is absolute truth, courage, self-respect, and responsibility. And I feel like that's what this is working towards for the connection, because I think that's what the Empress and the Emperor are about, is looking for the absolute truth, courage, self-respect, and responsibility. Because the Divine Empress would be about, the putting them, putting love and putting their heart and putting things, out there, creating, procreating, that whole process of creation. And the Divine Emperor is the one with looking for, okay, is this the absolute truth? Is this, this is where is this, going to bring about that sense of responsibility? So we still got you kind of operating Empress, Emperor, and Queen of Cups, Four of Swords. So we still have kind of, we'll see how that works. Because I will do an extended on this connection part. Okay, so let's see where that goes. But I'm going to leave it at that for now, Earth Signs, and I'll see you next week. If this resonates, if you look in the box below, it'll take you to the extended reading. Okay.